Hey y'all. So, why should you go to school as an adult? One, because you hate your job. Two, because the people on your job get on your nerves. Three, because on your current job, you feel like you can be better utilized. You're smarter than everybody else. You offer more than everybody else, or at least some people. You have exceeded the limits of your job, and you want more. You want to do more. Now I know I sound like an ICDC commercial, but why would you go back to school as an adult? It's hard and difficult. But what is the alternative? Which is what I just said, which is you have to deal with feeling inadequate at your current job. You got to deal with people talking down to you, or low pay, or inconsistencies, or not being able to call your own shots. Now, you say, well, Monica, school doesn't mean I call my own shots. No, but you have more leverage when you have more education. You have more leverage when you have more experience. And sometimes you need that education before you need experience. Because when you have tons of experience, you have to continue to prove yourself. And that's not a horrible thing depending on your age group. But if you're of an older age group and you work your way up and you have to prove yourself in order to get to the next level, that takes a long time because a young buck coming out of school, he's already at your level and moving on up. And you still clawing and scratching and surviving. So if you have education, then even if you just have education, to back your level up, then they're automatically going to start you up at a certain pay level, automatically, because you're already at a certain level. Then you add experience with that level of education, and then you're forced to be reckoned with. Then you have options. Then you can decide, okay, I'm going to take this over here and not that over there. Or I'll take this over here for right now until I get my feet wet, and then I'm going to move on to the next thing. And that's the whole point of living this life, is to have options. Who wants to be stuck where they are forever in some low paying job, or no satisfaction job, or a job that just because it's close to my home that I'm going to stay in it, but does it feed my family? No. Does it make me happy? No. Do I want to go to it? No. So what's the point? So that's why I advocate going back to school as an adult. Because if what you were doing was satisfying to you, you wouldn't even think about going back to school. For what? We don't even like to do our trainings in HR. When we have those trainings in HR, we don't even want to do that. So let alone go back to school for 2 years, 4 years, or whatever it is. So I advocate for that, because if you dislike your current job, dislike your current position, dislike the people that you're around, dislike your location of your employment, your current employment, then why not? Now, the benefits of going back to school is one, higher pay, immediate higher pay. That's number one, because the education already says that you have a higher pay. Then you have options. And it's important to have options, especially in this 2024 life that we're living, where, money is scarce and everybody got to have 2 or 3 jobs, and food costs and all these different things. You have to have options, and options to pivot. If I work in, some sort of field or whatever have you, then I need to be able to parallel that field somewhere else in another company, same company, whatever have you, or move up the ladder. And it's important. I don't want to be stuck where I am forever in a day. So you have pivot ability, is what I call it. So there's that. Then your pay. Your pay is important. It's 2024, and people want to be making some real money. We need some lifestyle money. We need some travel money. We need some money to feed our family, and so little Timmy can have soccer practice, and little Jill can go to dance camp and stuff like that. We need money because these kids got to be busy. They got to stay busy. They got to do things and stuff like that. So we need money for that. We need money to eat decently. We're not talking about steaks and lobsters and shrimp, but we need money for the necessities. So if going back to school is what it is, then do that. Now, mind you, school is not for everybody. And nobody's saying get a master's doctorate program. Nobody's saying do that. I'm saying maybe certifications is it. Maybe go to your local technical school and pick up a new skill or add on to your old skill or something of that nature. Because there's plenty of options out there. Learn a new trade, new skill, new whatever have you, and whatever that looks like, because you have to. You're competing now. You're not even just competing with the young people, you're competing with robots. Robots are taking over and they're going to take all these types of jobs, whether it's the high end job, the low end job, and all in between. So you're competing with all of that and robots. So you have to up your skills. There's no more 20 years sitting in the same position in the same company and hoping that's going to, take you on to your glory years. That's not going to happen. So what's the alternative? Go to school while it's, or certifications or whatever that looks like, while it's available, I'll say. Is it cheap? No. Do you have to take out student loans? If that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. If you have to work an extra job to pay for that, whatever have you, but you got to think big picture. Either I'm going to stay where I am now and not have any retirement money, not to be able to afford anything or whatever have you, and soon you're going to be too old to really pivot as you would. Or I'm just going to take a leap and go do something else. Because is it easy? No. Is it fun? No. Do you go against the grain? Yes. Is everybody else doing something else? Of course. So are you going to find you a bunch of places? No. But guess what? They don't pay your bills. They're not feeding your family. They're not putting money in your pocket. So why are you worried about what they think and what they do and what's acceptable? Because unless somebody's going to come up with some rent money for me, then no. So I need to do what's best for me. So I advocate for going to school or certifications, training, mentorship, assistantships, all the ships out there. I advocate for, job shadowing and, whatever it is to up your skills and your money. I advocate for it all. Everybody's not meant to be PhD, doctor, lawyer, engineer, and I'm okay with that. But if you are just a house cleaner, then figure out how you can own the business. If you are a mail clerk or whatever have you, and you're not happy in your job, then figure out how to move up to be a driver. If you are, UPS worker, package handler, then figure out how to be a driver or how to pivot that to some sort of secretarial something in the job to make it happen. Whatever it takes, because unfortunately with 2024, taking no prisoners, none. And we're not making it out here. So in order to make it, you got to do drastic things. That's legal, but drastic things. So I'm an advocate. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this. Are you in school? Are you going to school? Are you thinking about going to school? What's your hesitation? Things like that. See you in the next one.